Welcome to the service for Lowestoft. The next stop will be Lowestoft.
Hi everyone, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. If it's the first time or the 50th time you visited, I'd like to welcome you to the Great British Railway adventure. I'm currently at Oulton Broad South Station on the East Suffolk line near Lowestoft, and over the next few days we'll be hopping on and off trains, visiting stations and seeing where we land. We're also going to be visiting everyone's favourite lease-use station in Berney Arms and also Buckenham on the Wherry Lines. Come and join us, I'm ready, I'm looking forward to this, let's have some fun.
Buckenham.
This is just lovely, isn't it? This is one of the quaint little stations on the Wherry Lines. It is Buckenham, and due to its limited service, it is one of Britain's least used stations. Estimated last year was roughly about 360 people arrived and got on trains and got off trains here. It is massively down to the fact that there's only one train a day each way during the week to and from Norwich. It does pick up on a Sunday because there are two local RSPB sites here, which from what I can see so far look fantastic, as well as Buckenham Marshes. But yeah, this is just really brilliant. This is just, I can't describe it anymore. Once we've had a look around, we're going to be heading to Lingwood because I got off the only arrival here towards Norwich today. So the next arrival towards Lowestoft isn't until about 1700 this afternoon. So I don't really fancy the 8-hour wait. So the walk to Lingwood's about 2.5 miles, and then we'll continue towards Great Yarmouth on the Wherry Lines. Come on, come and join us. And just like that, we've arrived at Lingwood. I'm so pleased that the train's just about to turn up because the weather has just started turning a bit horrible here. It isn't going to dampen our spirits today. This station was opened in 1882 and it is another one served by Greater Anglia and also maintained by Greater Anglia. The train is arriving in a couple of minutes. The barriers have just come down on the road there, so we're going to be heading for Brundall and hopefully we can try and get back to Great Yarmouth soon. Let's get out this weather first though, shall we go? So we're having to do a mad dash here. This is Brundall Gardens. I hadn't realised that the train was actually coming onto the other platform straight away. So this is the next station checked off on the Wherry Lines. This is Brundall Gardens. Next up, Acle.
Next stop will be Acle.
We've arrived at Acle, just outside of Great Yarmouth. This station, opened in 1883 by the Great Eastern Railway, serves the local village. What we're going to do next is, I've got about half an hour here. I'm going to go and find a coffee because it is time for some caffeine. I'm going to get Brundall checked off. I'm going to connect with the 11:45 Great Yarmouth service, as that will run via Reedham, and we'll get off and we'll do an in-depth tour of one of Britain's least railway stations, and probably a lot of railway enthusiasts' bucket list to check off in Berney Arms. I'm not going to be hanging around at Berney Arms waiting for the next train, so once I have done the check, I will take the walk back into Great Yarmouth, and then we'll continue on our adventures. Let's go and find a coffee. This is Acle.
We are now approaching Brundall.
This is Brundall. This is the last stop on the Norwich Great Yarmouth line that I need to check off this morning. I'm now going to get the 11:45. I can't wait for Berney Arms. I'm hoping you're going to enjoy the station review as much as I'm going to do filming it. I'm slightly regretting getting off because it is starting to rain again, so hopefully it is just mild showers. The jacket I've got may not hold, but you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, eh? Come on, Berney Arms next stop. Let's go.
We are now approaching Berney Arms. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
We've done it. We've arrived at Berney Arms. Mission success. I was actually really surprised. There was two more people who had jumped off with me, and I thought I would only be the only one getting off this time of day. I had a lovely chat with them. They're heading for Reedham, whereas I'm heading for Great Yarmouth, but they've given me an absolutely cracking suggestion for a little brewery, so I might actually pop in there for research purposes, maybe. Why not? Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely peace and quiet. There isn't going to be another train until about 15:30, so about another 3 hours. So I could just sit here and just relax and just zen, but I don't want to do that because I want to then visit more stations. So what we're going to do now is that after a quick refreshment stop, we're going to start the walk. It's about 5.5 miles. We'll aim to get to Great Yarmouth and then we'll head somewhere. I'll let you know once I get to Great Yarmouth. But for now, this has been Berney Arms. I am still absolutely overexcited about visiting Berney Arms. Most people just might find it sad, but it is, you know, that is definitely one of the bucket list items to check off. I've been wanting to do that for quite a long time, so I'm pleased I'm being able to get that done this afternoon. After a really, really lovely walk up the roads, and I'm pleased that the weather held out, thankfully. We're at Great Yarmouth. We're now going to head for Reedham on the 1517. Just having a look around the station, you can see that it oozes railway history from a bygone era. Just absolutely fantastic. Next stop is Reedham, and then we're going to be heading back towards Lowestoft for more of the East Suffolk line. Let's go.
Berney Arms, Reedham, Cantley, Brundall, Brundall Gardens, and Norwich.
This magnificent station you'll see behind me, and I'm also basking in this glorious weather. Look at this, the sun's out, it is absolutely fantastic. This is Reedham. Yes, that Reedham, and no, not the Reedham in Surrey. Opened in 1844, just like the rest of the line. It had to be renamed Reedham Norfolk in 1928 to avoid confusion from its neighbour down on the Tottenham Corner branch, Reedham in Surrey. Don't know where to go next. I'm a bit dumbfounded. I think I might head back to Lowestoft, travel up the East Suffolk line, see if I can get some more stations checked off. I'm not going to attempt Haddiscoe or Somerleyton, not today anyway, because it's a 2-hourly service and I don't really fancy getting stuck there and finding that I've either got to walk to the next station or I've just got to sit and wait. So I'm going to make my mind up when I get to Lowestoft. Let's go, come on. Also, just before we depart Reedham, I do want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who is watching this video. It does mean a lot. Every view, every like, every subscribe, it is fantastic, and it will just boost the channel and it'll boost my sort of eagerness to get back out there and provide excellent content for everybody to watch. If it's the first time watching this video, or if you haven't done so already, please do click the like, subscribe and also the follow buttons on all our major YouTube, TikTok and Facebook platforms. Especially on YouTube, please hit the notification bell because that will give you instant access as soon as I posted more great content. Tell you what, I am going to be out of breath by the end of this video. If I have to keep sprinting and sort of jumping at the speed of light between stations just to get you for the next part of the adventure, it is really going to do me a number. I mean, within a blink of an eye, I was only at Reedham sort of 2 seconds ago, and now you find me back at Oulton Broad South. This is where it all began yesterday. I didn't really fancy a filming day yesterday, owing to just feeling a bit tired, a bit run down, which I just needed a refresh. So I sort of just went out and about on the East Suffolk line. I ended up doing Darsham, Beccles and Brampton. So I got those checked off last night in more detail. What we're going to do is we're going to jump on the next one, which is the 1708 from Oulton Broad South. We'll get off at Halesworth. We'll go and explore Halesworth. And then that'll be it for the night. And then we'll pick it up tomorrow, heading for Cantley and the rest of the East Suffolk line. As we're just taking the crossing over from the Ipswich bound platform, this is Halesworth. Oh, just can't get the door open there. Halesworth, one of the unique stations on the network where to get from one side or the other you've actually got to use the barrow crossing. It doesn't have a bridge and it is actually connected on both sides of the station to the road. One of the absolute unique features about Halesworth station is. Oh, that was a rather large bang there. Right, I digress. One of the absolute unique features of Halesworth is it has actually got some movable platforms. So back in the late 1800s, the far end of the station towards Lowestoft was actually a level crossing. And they realised that the trains were getting busier, people were using the trains more. So they needed to redesign the crossing because they also realised that there was a lot more business coming through Halesworth. So the engineer for the Great Eastern Railway at the time decided that he would include platforms on the level crossing. So it means that you could have an extended platform, but if you needed to actually get cars across, you could then remove part of the platform with the level crossing. So it meant that you could still get cars across, you could still get vans across, but then when the busier and the longer trains come in, you still served the whole station, which I think is absolutely fantastic. What we're going to do now is that we're going to enter the Halesworth. I've had an absolutely fantastic day. I've visited some of the places that I wanted to visit for quite some time that I didn't get back to do in March 2024. So for now, I'm going to leave it for today and we'll pick it up again tomorrow as we head for Cantley. Bye for now. Good morning, everyone. As you can tell by the complexion, the sun is shining down on us once again. It is going to be an absolutely glorious day here in East Anglia. I've only got one station left on the Wherry Lines. That's where we're headed this morning. We're off to Cantley. It is a shame I've got to go home today because it has been absolutely fantastic. But I'm still going to enjoy what we get done today. Who knows where we end up? Let's get on it. I'm going to have some fun. Sit back, relax and enjoy. So this is Cantley. Not much yet, to be fair. Nice little original station features, which I'll show once I pan the camera around. There is what looks like the remnant of a disused signal box just north of the station by the level crossing. You've got two ways to exit the station, which is the route that we've just taken via the foot crossing at the Norwich end of the station, or you can do the level crossing at the Lowestoft end. This was another one that opened up in 1844. Crikey, there must have been a heck of a Mardi Gras party that year with all the stations opening at the same time. It must have been absolutely manic. I would have probably enjoyed it, to be fair. This only gets a totally service in the off-peak, so it was easier to come during the morning peak where I can actually have a 10-minute turnaround, so it just meant I didn't have to hang around along, or whether or not it'd be a walk up to Reedham or walk, down towards Berney Arms again, which I don't really fancy. What we're going to do is we're going to head back towards Lowestoft. I'm in need of some caffeine and more importantly, I'm needing some breakfast. Once I've been refuelled, we're going to do the last 4 stations on the East Suffolk line. And we'll see where we head. If we've got time, we might go into the Felixstowe branch. If not, then we'll head back home. Shall we head off? Wouldn't you believe it that I've been through Lowestoft so many times that I just completely forgot to hit the record button. Yeah, I believed it too. My mind's like a sieve sometimes. I've got my caffeine, that's the main thing. We're saying goodbye to East Suffolk and the Wherry Lines. Sadly, we have got to go back to work. It is a shame, but I know. Just having a look around Lowestoft station here. It is absolutely fantastic and enshrined in history. Everything from the kinder transport of World War II to the last 175 years of railway within Lowestoft. It is amazing what you can read up while you're waiting for a train. No gift shop, I want to say that is really sad because I could have quite happily bought the whole store with souvenirs, but it does give me the opportunity to come back. We're now heading on the next train, which is the 11:06 towards Ipswich, and we'll be getting off. So after a lovely trip up from Lowestoft, we arrive at Wickham Market. Yeah, this is Wickham Market. I'm going to head for Saxmundham, get that checked off. I have got a very, very short turnaround. It's about 2.5 minutes for the connection from Lowestoft. I'm hoping I can make it. I don't really want to be hanging around as much longer as I need to. As much as I enjoy stations, because I would like to get the rest of the East Suffolk line checked before I go home. Time for a beverage. I know I've already had a coffee, but can you have too much coffee? Let's have a look. Well, this is not Saxmundham. I kid you not. In an unadvertised change to the schedule, we're at Woodbridge. I got distracted with the cup of tea at Wickham Market to notice that the trim was going to arrive too late for the connection across platforms. So we've ended up here. 13:31 back towards Lowestoft awaits us. We're going to try again. I'm hoping that I can make the connection. Failure not, I'm going to end up for an hour at Saxmundham. So let's see how it goes, shall we? Come on, let's go.
Welcome to the service for Lowestoft. Next will be Darsham.
Bingo. I knew we'd make it. I'm pleased the crossing didn't go down mine. But yeah, so next stop will be Melton.
Welcome to this service for Ipswich. We will be calling at Wickham Market, Melton.
Why do I always do this to myself? Why do I have to panic and rush? This should be a break, this should be nice, this should be just enjoying itself, not sort of running around as though we're in some sort of like challenge or something and we've got to get everything in a certain amount of time. I get the fact that, you know, there's timetable restrictions and obviously trains are into a certain time and you'll have certain passing points on single lines, that's fine, I get it, but there's got to be a better way for me to do this. Granted, I do like the thrill and it does add something to the adventures, but there's got to be a better way of doing this. Surely? This little beauty of a station is Melton. Opens with the likes of Wickham Market in 1859 on the amalgamation of the line from Halesworth up towards Woodbridge, remained in use up until 1955. I've got about an hour because I'm just getting off the train towards Ipswich, so I might take the walk up to Woodbridge because it's about half an hour. I'll see, I might just hang here.
Luggage and personal belongings with you. On behalf of the train crew, thank you for travelling with us on the Great Anglia. Welcome to Ipswich, your final stop. Thank you and good afternoon.
We've not long left Ipswich and we're heading back towards London. This means that this amazing railway adventure is coming to an end. I've had a fantastic time visiting some of East Suffolk's best railway stations, including Berney Arms, which was an absolute big bucket list tick, and I'm pleased I managed to get there. Don't worry though, the next great railway adventure is just around the corner, so please ensure you like, subscribe and follow. I shall get instant notification when I'm back out on the rails. For now, I'm going to leave you in the company of Greater Anglia and hope to see you on another day at another station for another great adventure. Take care guys, bye for now.